Might be their first meeting, who knows? We're gonna see how this plays out. Just how connected things are, whether it's at a tournament like this offline, whether you're enjoying Tekken at home through that crossplay. Such a good time for the game right now. Things obviously to be worked on, but we'll see how things go as we get into this game one between Sol Naciente and Speerz. Starting off hot.
With toe kick.
And immediately on with the heat.
Into the shine.
First 10 seconds of the game.
Look at the health. It's dangerous at me.
And you know, I don't know quite how much you noticed it. The fact that King doesn't have to Jaguar run after that heat smash as well just adds another layer to that mind game.
Ooh, that was
blocks the first hit, gets hit by the second.
And
look at that damage off just, I wouldn't say a stray hit, but definitely something that you have to calculate as you go. Whoa, what an option.
What's the Oki? No.
You know, those air grabs from King, they can, at a moment like that, when they come into play, it can be a great coverage option.
I've seen some running exploder on block. Briddy is swinging. Alright, go break.
Goes for the Oki, doesn't quite work out. Set neutral back here.
Yeah, I think
Sol Naciente still with the heat. There it is. And you know, I've talked about it before. Heat burst giving that float.
Oh,
it's so potent.
Beautiful. Good round.
Such good reward on that. What?
And end up at the wall. No splat.
And having that wall explosion in your back.
It's scary. Like,
it's a scary situation.
The stage is so weird compared to some of the other ones in terms of interacting.
It's a lot to take in compared to
like certain sections.
Yeah. In Tekken 7, obviously, there were a number of things like that you had to factor in. But once we were seeing in those first trailers, the wall explosion stuff, it was like, okay, another layer of the mind game that you're able to apply, whether it's at the wall like that. Briddy Speerz trying to close out this game one.
Go fast.
What a float from the back one. Let's get much reward on it.
It's another thing too, right? Like, if you're a player like Briddy, you kind of want to close this out.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want Sol to do too much
and it's King
during the match.
You know, we've been talking about how strong some of these characters are in the aggressive system of Tekken 8. King's right up there. Not want to have to just hold some of this pressure that he makes him deal with. And keeping that wall explosion in mind there.
They're all looking for timings, very particular timings. Doesn't matter much. Briddy takes game one.
Strong game one as well. He got quite a crowd here for it.
Let's see how Sol adapts.
Taking a moment, breathe, think about it.
No discussion.
This next game,
going right into the next one. With the
you know, at least
farm,
having to go and rematch the stages, it gives you a second to breathe. Even if it's not taking that, you know, 30-second timeout, whatever you may need. Some people really need a lot of time to just think it through.
We call it the dark art.
Still, you have a little bit of a rest there. You're able to think, you know, what did I just get hit with? How am I able to battle back? Maybe the forward 2 there from King.
He ate a Rainmaker.
Wow, that's
pretty strong.
That's looking pretty strong to potentially close out this game one. And you know, that's considering I'm about 99% sure we saw an auto tornado spin there to start that combo. It was still enough to kill. Very well optimized from Sol Naciente.
Sol definitely trying to establish some running pressure.
Right, go for the punish there.
Trying to get some frames.
Have worked out very well as Briddy is trying to hit his own mark on this game too.
Big
going to another wall. It's curious. We're still in the first part of this stage.
It's one more.
Uses the heat. Got to get out of this situation.
All of this from
back in your favor.
From the whiff nut punch, you end up in this situation. It's tough. Still plenty of health though.
You know, curious to see where that leaves these two. Briddy. It's always something you gotta think about, not just the situation of the rage art damage, but where it leaves you. Able to clean up that round for Briddy.
Picking his pokes, Briddy's doing the rock. He's really feeling himself right now.
Whenever you see somebody doing that rock,
oh yeah, they're in it.
You know they're getting that momentum. But it's also something that you have to juggle as a competitor. It's definitely something that I've seen where people can get a bit feeling themselves too much. Let it slip away a bit right there. You know, Briddy's going to try to keep that composure going into this next round. Meanwhile, Naciente wants to even this up. Take game 3.
There's a lot of funny realignment stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really see the down rocket too often. Ooh, God, these two punches.
Long round there.
They are swinging.
You know, Briddy on match point here. Getting the heat going. It's exactly what you need in Tekken 8.
Look, in 45 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to take in here in just, you know, about 20 seconds of gameplay.
No backdashes, just
We are
vibes,
just now in the second part of the stage. Now have to factor in a floor break.
Soul needs one poke.
Just sort of scrambling here.
Down one.
And that was just enough to take us to a game 3 here. And I'd say fairly well-deserved game 3 for both of these two with how hard they're competing for this. You know, got to balance those tournament nerves.
Both of these players are players that can easily be in grand finals.
Get ready for the next battle.
Getting into game 3.
Very solid start with the float. You know, if you get a float like that, might not be huge damage. It's mental damage.
Oh yeah. You get floated round start off of like
Yeah.
one of the simplest pokes you can do.
But hey, if you look at Sol Naciente's health bar, got some of that back, just slugging back into this round.
Sir.
That Jaguar run 1 being safe, such a
Whose idea was that?
His guess as good as mine.
No.
Wow.
Don't look for the heat.
And look at that health bar, just a sliver left after dealing with the chainsaw chip damage into a heat dash.
Could have blocked. No. Time to take a chance.
You know that.
Oh, launch punish. Oh, no.
Wow. Still got something for it though.
Was that down back 2-1-2 or something like that? Definitely want to launch punish them.
We're seeing a lot of throws.
Good breaks there.
What are we seeing?
Jaguar run right through the up. These are two really
combo,
goofy
but-
characters going.
Seeing a lot of
Okay.
throws here. And it's working out for Sol Naciente.
Just needed a tempo change, you know? Start throwing instead of poking. Proper one check. Very crucial against Alisa.
You know, I'm curious to see how this goes with how aggressive, obviously, we're seeing each of these players. How much Sol Naciente is just keeping up the tempo with those throws.
Yeah, it's almost like Briddy's kind of invited him into doing this.
Yeah. And it's fairly even throughout each of these games.
Oh, wow. Through the whole string, the Jaguar run is great. Okay.
Look at all that gray health. It
Oh.
didn't quite matter much.
Sol Naciente's looking at taking the game.
The heat's still on your side. That's something you always got to think about. Hey, maybe if I can land a heat again, I can get a lot of that back. Get myself back into this game. He's trying to do right now.
Yep. Just gotta get your combo and face off.
And look at this range. Look at that. Alisa still able to stay away.
Chip. Look at the gray life.
That's going to take us to a final round.
Final round. Match 3.
Strong counter hit launch there with the down 3. Both in heat. 10 seconds in heat.
I think Soul's
The name of the game.
I think Soul is definitely looking to spin.
Oh, and finally ducking that unbreakable throw from the Jaguar run.
crazy.
On the ropes
No
here.
break. Oh, nothing off the shove.
Sol Naciente on the ropes, but that might not be an unfamiliar spot
Briddy.
for King.
Briddy takes his
Did fight.
game against Sol in winners. Sol's still in it though.
And what a strong match that was.
Yeah, no, that was
on both sides. I mean,
I'm sure both of those two are a little shaky at the moment.
a little scrambly at times, but we're seeing some really good Tekken.
Yeah. Now the Jaguar run through all of that whole Alisa sequence, that was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
crazy. I didn't
Oh,
think
yeah.
it would go that far.